Hello, hello, and hello. Welcome back to everyone's favorite online show, On the Click, presented by our group Always Online.
On the Click is a show by our digital and social class we're producing on various forms of content creation.
Just to remind you what we do here, we take a look at various forms of content creation and their methods, the industry, project experts, and we'll try out some of these methods for ourselves. And then we discuss it, we bring the results back to you guys, our ever faithful audience, sitting here listening to us. Content creation is a wacky, kooky, and crazy world, and so I'll just jump straight into the meat and bones of today's episode. My name is Marcus Gill, and this is my ever gorgeous co-host,
Ashton Walton.
Would you like to know the topic for today's episode?
I would very much so like to know the topic for today's episode.
I'm going to be talking about podcasting. Are you excited?
Yes.
Ooh. I'm mainly just going to be talking about quickly starting your own podcast because it's that accessible and that easy.
Okay.
And how much fun it can be to be in your own podcast and make one because it is that accessible and that easy. There are just two things you need that are very, very simple. All right. You need a phone to record on, just a device, any device. If it can record audio, it can download, let's say Anchor, for example, which is Spotify's podcasting app. If it can record audio that's decent and put up to Anchor, that's it. You're done inherently.
That's all you need?
Pretty much. You can make it as expensive and as intricate as you want to be like some of the bigger podcasts, like Cold Ones, Popular Front Podcast, Erin is the Funny One. These are all podcasts with quite high production value, and I'm glad you've heard of them because they're very good. But these are all podcasts with quite high production value. So you can buy as many microphones as you want. You can make it as intricate or as expensive and as detailed as you want. You can have all the fancy gear in the world. But the joy about podcasting is you don't need it. You need two things maybe, a lot of which most people already have. It's accessible, it's easy, and it's fun. You can sit down with a friend, maybe yourself, put your phone out, start talking, put it on Anchor, put it on Spotify, wherever you want, and you're done. It's there, that's your podcast.
Would you have made a video for us showing us how to do this?
I have actually. I have made a very good video, might I add. And I would quite like to share it with you.
Okay.
You and you guys.
Hi, me again, Marcus here. So for this little segment, I'm going to show you the jank equipment I use to make a show. So to me, being professional is a myth, and I'm going to prove that to you by showing you what I use to record literally anything. So I'm going to want to record an episode somewhere about there, around there, like here, I'll put the camera. But the thing is, right, I need more height. Oh, Marcus, why do you need more height? You're just recording something. Well, that's true, yes, but the issue is, this is what it looks like if I just put the camera on the table. You understand now? You get it now? Alright, let's get some stuff to raise the level of this thing. We have so many good choices. I'm not sure whether to pick the toilet paper or the mini Bundaberg cans. I think the toilet paper might be a bit overkill, so we'll try the Bundaberg cans for now. Oh, Market! Oh, jeez, get out of the way. Sorry. Dirty desk. Oh, numero uno. Dos. Oh, God. Whoa. Can't wait. And there we go. That is gonna be our height setup. That is our tripod for the evening. Now, let's put you guys on it, see how it looks. I would reckon that's better, isn't it? Yeah? Yeah. Now, to make it even better, what you can do, just put the lens cap on the lens, and does that not look good? Does that not look fine? Now that we've got our super expensive tripod set up and our essentially what's going to be our stand for the entire show, if you are running a show, or if like me, you are running a show. Alright, now that we've got our tripod set up, let's talk actual recording gear. Like the camera you can use, whatever you want. You can use whatever you'd like. I could use my phone if I wanted to. This is an 11 Pro Max, I could use that. You could use, if you've got stuff that reads off old handy cams. If it records video and you can shove it onto your computer, your laptop, or whatever else you use to edit, it'll work. It'll work. I'm recording this on a DSLR, a Canon EOS 200D Mark II. So obviously it's not exactly the most budget option out there, and it's also not mine. Yes, you can use pretty much anything you'd like as long as you can figure out how to edit it, edit the footage you take on it, and put it somewhere. It's that easy. And in terms of audio, now for this I'm using a Rode VideoMic Pro Plus Poopy, but it's a Rode VideoMic Pro Plus. It's very good. I like it a lot. It's very decent. You can get good audio with it pretty much anywhere. And obviously it is a microphone that you will have to pay a little bit of money for, a fair bit. I'm not sure how much, 200? Don't quote me on that. I'll put it somewhere here, the actual price somewhere here. Audio. You don't need a great big microphone. You can use a lapel mic, a radio mic. Radio mics are very expensive though, I will warn you about that. You can use what I'm using, the Rode, the wireless product. With your microphones, it is something I would recommend you do look into and do invest some time into, as I've discovered having trash audio results in a trash show. Also, one more thing. Be mindful of your recording environment. If you are recording somewhere, this is very on the nose stuff, but don't record somewhere with a ton of background noise. If you can, try and dampen the sound. If you're in a studio or something like that, dampen the sound. Try and remove any echo. Make sure there's not really that much background noise. Maybe someone's trying to Gangnam Style in the background. You don't want that. Hello, it's Marcus from a day later. All showered, all clean, not shaven, but still quite clean, smelling good, feeling good, and ready to wrap up this video that's gone on for way too long and has been way too poorly explained. If you're doing an audio podcast, then obviously, yeah, you don't need a camera. You just need a device to record audio on. You don't need a camera. You don't need anything big or expensive. Not at all. It's very easy and very simple. Lastly, I'll just a few comments on you. Now, you're pretty cool. You talk good. You look good. You don't smell good. You've got a pretty interesting topic to talk about. Make it entertaining. Stick to what you're passionate about. Follow what you can. Do your best. Okay? Because if you're going to ramble on a show where you don't give two shits about the topic, and you end up falling asleep halfway through your own show, that's gonna show. Keep it interesting. Keep it entertaining. Stay informed about what you're talking about, so you're not spreading mindless garbage everywhere. And enjoy yourself. My name's Marcus, and this is podcasting.
That was absolutely amazing. How did you make that? What was some of the challenges? 'Cause that was a very interesting video. How did you?
Well, I'll tell you what were some of the challenges actually. Being too long-winded and not being concise enough when it comes to talking about my topics or just presenting them, because I can be a long-winded explainer, so I can get lost in my own explanation, stumbling over words, repeating myself over and over and over again.
Okay.
And also being too robotic when it comes to it as well, because I have a tendency when I do start explaining something, I can zone out midway through, or I can just get completely lost in whatever I'm saying, and then my responses become terrible. It's nowhere near concise. It's impossible to follow along. That's mainly the main challenges for me and my own podcast, like not being concise enough and being far too robotic.
Okay. How could you improve upon them, do you reckon?
You're asking me some tough questions, Ashton.
Some needed
damn
questions.
tough questions. I think understanding my topic fully, maybe not fully, but to a very, very knowledgeable degree. So I know what I want to talk about. I can just bang out those points and discuss them where I need to, when I need to.
Okay.
Just Honestly, for me, a lot of it is just understanding the topic more than I think I do. Because I can come onto the show thinking I understand it enough and then end up waffling on about the same points over and over again, maybe in a slightly different variation. Maybe not enough knowledge in it. That's how I would improve. So, personally, being more knowledgeable, not waffling on, and being more concise when it comes to it.
That's fair enough.
But, are you ready for my question?
I am.
What do you enjoy about podcasts?
I like the way you can almost visualize a story when someone's telling it.
Yeah.
When you're listening to them and you can almost see the pictures in your head.
So like those really good, just audio descriptions of like a scenario, a scene, like an audible fan fiction.
Almost.
You ever think of a Star Wars audiobook? I've never listened to one, but I feel like that would be really, really good. And also maybe a bit funny.
It might be.
Might be? Would you listen to a Star Wars audiobook?
I don't know. I don't think so.
In that case, then I have some sad news for you, Ashton, because I think our story about podcasting has come to an end for the night.
It has? Oh.
It has come to an end. And, well, I've enjoyed this audio fanfiction, and I think so has my good friend, and I hope you have as well. And I hope in you enjoying this, you leave a like. If you really enjoyed this, you leave a comment as well and a like. But if you loved it, I hope you subscribe. Please subscribe.
Tune in next time to see Johnny in his nature photography episode.
I've been Marcus Gill, and
I've been Ashton Walden.
That's him. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.